Hi everyone, welcome to Vishwa Bloom. So in this video we will be looking at chapter 2, Understanding Secularism, class 8, Civics. So here in this word, understanding secularism. So understanding we know. So secularism is a new word to us. So we have to learn this in this chapter, right? So by every picture here we can understand what is secularism, but I didn't say the definition still, right? So see these pictures also and understand. Here there's a word that is Indian religion, religious, political constitutions, right? So these two words I have boxed it because they mean this word secularism. You will understand better. So now let's come to the definition of secularism. Yeah. The Indian Constitution allows individuals the freedom to live by their religious beliefs, practices as they interpret this. In keeping with this idea of religious freedom for all, India also adopted a strategy of separating the power of religion and the power of the state. Secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. So here one main thing I want to tell, state means country, okay? According to secularism, state means country. One country if you take. Now India is a state, you have to take like that. Okay, such a way. Now, what does this secularism mean? Just now definition we read. With this we can understand more clearly this picture. And united we stand. First, now we have religious, right? So maybe you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian. So these comes under secularism. So India gives us that freedom to have any religion. We can be any religion. But in like Saudi Arabia and all, non-Muslims are not supposed to build a temple and all that. They have that all rules, but India doesn't have these rules. Now intro part first we have to see, right? So first, what is there in this lesson we'll see. So history provides us with many examples of discrimination. We all know what is discrimination, discriminating, all these words we already learnt in the past years, right? So exclusion and persecution on the grounds of religion. If someone is discriminated on the basis of religion, they in history, see how Jews were persecuted by the Hitler. So Hitler, they were Aryas, right? So they don't like Jews only. They are like opponent to them, right? So Germany, and how several millions were killed. Many people were killed because of this, as they were Jews. So they should not be Jews, right? Like Hitler doesn't like them. In all about the cases, members of one religion community either persecute or discriminate against of other religious communities. So we should not discriminate other religious communities also now. Suppose we are having a Hindu temple, Muslim mosque. So both are equally important, right? Should not discriminate each other. Even though India is called as Hindustan, even though we do not discriminate Muslims or Christians or Sikhs or whatever it is, right? So we do not discriminate all that. Now, one more question. Why is it important to separate religion from the state? So, why we have to separate that is the question. The most important aspect of secularism is its separation of religion from state power. This is important for a country to function democratically. Almost all countries of the world will have more than one religious group living in them. Within these religious groups, there will not most likely be one group that is in a majority. If this is majority religious group has access to state power, then it could quite easily use this power and financial resources to discriminate against and persecute persons of their other religions. So just now one para I read no. So that one, what does it mean? First we will see that. So actually one country if you take now, we will take India. I am not that much good in drawing, but just for example purpose I'm just saying. If we take India, now India has more majority as Hindu. right. And then we have Christians, Muslims, and all. So etc., etc. Sikhs and all. So major we have Hindu, right? Most probably in our country. So the in some countries it is like, if it is more majority, they should only build temples like and all that. In Saudi Arabia, when you take, so there Muslims population is more, right? So they can build mosques anywhere, no problem. But if they are Hindus, or if Hindus are there, if Hindus are there, then what we have to do? We are not supposed to build any temples there, okay? So but India is not like that. Christians can build their churches, Muslims can build mosques, Hindus can obviously build temples. So that religious matters we don't involve. India gives full freedom for their religious, okay? So this is what is speciality. Now the most important aspect, this one we completed. One second. Now we have to discuss what is Indian secularism. So India has secularism, as you know, worldwide it is there, secularism, but we do follow much, right? Secularism word just now I told, that is related to religious matters, giving freedom. So what is for India? So first, the Indian constitution mandates that Indian state be secular. So Indian state is secular. According to constitution, only a secular state can realize its objectives to ensure the following. So the secular states will be there, no? So they should they have some responsibility which they have to do. So they do follow all these rules. So 1 2 3 are there, no? We will read. First, that one religious community does not dominate another. First, now if we have Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and Sikhs, for 4 examples we will take. Now highest for India it's Hindus. So they should not dominate Muslims, Christians, and Sikhs. They should not dominate. They don't have that right, okay? Our Indian state should take responsibility for that. They should not dominate. That some members do not dominate other members of same religious community. So some people will be there, if they are same religious community also, rich and poor, that will come again in this religion. If it is a Muslim, we will take Muslim, or it's Hindu only, we will take Hindu. Some people will have some conflicts between them only. Both are Hindu itself, but maybe rich and poor is the conflict. That should not be there. That state does not enforce any particular religious nor take away religious freedom of individuals. That means if some people are there, this group is Muslim, we will take. This group is Christians, we will take C, and some Sikhs also we will take Sikhs. And now Hindu is right. India means Hindu more, right? So Hindustan we know. So we should if it is a secular state, these people, they should not tell Muslims to convert to Hindus, or anyone, Christians also, or Sikhs also, anyone. They should not ask or force them to convert to Hindus or anything. They should have some religious freedom, okay? Each and everybody will have religious freedom. They should not take away this, okay? So this is about Indian secularism. And also in India, courts, policies, no one, they should not do different. They should not make differences between other religions also. Now we have a story, that one I will show. So it was a government school, okay? So government school we are having there. So it was in Simapur, okay? Simapur. So students were like, we will celebrate our religious festival, okay? Students wanted it. Then some students, they asked their sir, okay? This is the sir, I'll give title here. that, sir, there is a big religious festival next month. No, we have never celebrated it in school. Can we do this year? This girl asked. But then the sir replied, I'm afraid that isn't possible. Rekha, her name is Rekha, okay? This is a government school. We can't give importance to any one religion. Private school may do that. Government school do not celebrate any religious festivals in school premises. Most festivals are public holidays, so that we can celebrate these at home. So the sir told this. I never thought of it this way. I guess we can always celebrate it outside the school. One more boy told to Rekha. Okay. Anyway, we were planning to celebrate it in our locality, she told. Okay. So this was the one of the story. Now we'll see one more story. But before that, what we understood from that story was government schools, all that, they won't allow whatever government facilities, whatever it is there, they won't promote to one religious. So they won't allow, and they won't dominate another ones also. So they don't just celebrate festivals in the school premises, but they can celebrate outside the school, no problem. Now we'll see the next one. That is a group of friends were there. They bought the scooters recently. So I imagine this is a scooter. So two friends group were there, right? So first, one person is there. He wore helmet. Okay, imagine this is a helmet. I'm not so good in drawing. And one more person without helmet. Okay, so but he wore that. This Pugri, sorry, this is the spelling. 6 to wear this, okay. It's very important aspect of their religion. So this Purgi, he does wear it. Pugri. So, hey, I hope you have a helmet. The law in Delhi requires that you wear one. Why aren't you wearing helmet? Do you want to be fined? This helmet wore person, he asked his friend. That is, his friend name is not given, okay. So, you want to be fined? He asked. But he told, no, I'll not be fined. Don't worry, I'll not be fined. He told, hey Paramajit. His name is Paramajit, okay. Purgi wearing one. His name is Paramajit. So, why won't you be fined? He asked. Okay. If you don't wear helmet, you will be fined, right? Like, not fine in the sense, how are you fined? Not that. Fine means giving money. That one he's asking. So, why won't you be fined means, for Sikhs, wearing a purgi is very important part of our religion. The government cannot force me to wear a helmet. So, this one is really accepted by our constitution, okay. So, he was right. So, no need to wear helmet for them, Sikhs. Okay. This is one more part we understood. So we have an extra topic also. In what ways is Indian secularism different from that of democratic countries? So this is like, so India is there and it is different from how it is different. We are going to learn in this paragraph. So first, the First Amendment of the US Constitution prohibits the legislator from making laws respecting an establishment of religion or that prohibit the free exercise of religions. What is meant by the word establishment is that legislation cannot declare any religion as the official religion, nor can they give preference to one religion. In the USA, separation between state and religion means that neither the state nor a religion can interfere in the affairs of one another. So it's very easy to understand, that's why I read it. So in US, first they are talking about US. Okay, so US also they will like respecting, they respect the religion and they do not interfere. Even India also, they do not, no government can interfere in the matters of religion. Okay, but there is one thing which is differing here, that is main dominant. Okay, because like unlike our other strict separation between religious and state in American secularism, Indian secularism, the state can intervene in religious affairs. Okay, so like they in Hindu also religious practices in order to abolish untouchability. We have already learned in Indian constitution, right? So in Indian secularism, though the state is not strictly separate from the religion, it does maintain a principal distance. That is, word is VIS hyphen. So this is the word, this is the religion, okay. So at least some rules it to maintain, okay. That has to be serve. Now, so the state doesn't secular principle, it doesn't behave according to secular principle. We should behave, okay. With this we completed our lesson. Now all slides once I'm showing. Yeah, so thanks for watching a video. Do like, share and subscribe to Vishwa Blooms. Bye.